Hey everyone, as you know, all of our wall systems come standard with just one unit. So whether it's a PTwall, GolfWall, PickleWall, PilatesWall, SportWall, you name it, it all starts with just one unit. And then if you go with the Pro of any of those, you get two. So today we're going to be tackling just the one unit. It's a great deal. I'm going to show you bicep moves. All right, so here's what we got. Straight bar, curl, squeeze. I got the sleeves up so you guys can see them work. You can also turn your hands over, squeeze. Squeeze, just like that. You can do forearms from here, right? Under and over, okay? Got that backwards, but that's okay. Also, you want to do handles, right? Kick back, curl. You can get a little triceps with this. If you don't want any triceps, just keep it open like this. You can also alternate these, right? Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take that right down into a concentration curl. Looks like this. Boom. Elbows are just off the knees. Squeeze, I love this one. You can turn your hands over on this one as well. Get more forearms involved. All right. You can even do a curl from up high like this. Let it go straight. Squeeze. Flex that bicep. Last but not least, you could also go from underneath like so. This gets you a nice stretch. Go to 90 degrees. Squeeze and up. Just like that. Last video, you can do a straight bar. You get a straight bar with your system, both the Pro and the regular. Pushing it right down, you can go underneath with this as well. That's kind of an awkward feel. I tend to gravitate towards this move here. You can take the straight bar and go over from here as well. Like that, push it out. That's a great tricep move. Just be careful with it, control it. If you're a little scared, you take it above your head more, all right? Both ways are fine. If you'd like to use the handles, I tend to do these more. Take it right down, same idea. You could go here, or you can go with the neutral grip by grabbing right here on the strap itself, on the band, and push it down. It's a nice variation, all right? To me, a harder tricep is to actually do kicks from down low, right? Elbows in, flat back, butt back, kick high. If this is too heavy, you do one at a time, all right? You can turn this over, that's really, really hard, all right? Put that down. Here's a unique sort of static hold move that I don't do a whole lot, but this is a good one. It's great for your posture too. I'm just gonna take it straight back from here. It's right below my butt, I'm gonna kick it back like that. Try to get a little hold back there. It's a great burn, good for rear delts as well, right? I did show you probably one of my favorites, last but not least, is to take the band across the chest from here, elbows here, push it down. That's an angle that most people don't get with their triceps. We're gonna start with what's called a face pull, all right? No handles, I'm gonna take it out like this, all right? Sounds kind of scary. So this is called a face pull, working those rear delts, all right? It's a really cool move. You can also, from here, go straight down, right? That's a little bit of back, but it's also a lot of rear deltoid. We can also go across the chest like this, more rear delt. I got my arm locked, okay? From the side, about the middle, I like to do external rotations, right? Elbow in, take it out, and internal rotations, all right? I also like to do a lateral raise, a high one from here, right? Stop in the middle, take it across, right? You can also do those from down low, of course. As far as presses are concerned, one of my favorite things to do is a straight bar press, and this loads the rear delts a little bit more, right? And it's in front like this, front press, all right? Tougher than it looks. And then of course, you go over here, and now it's trying to pull you backwards a little bit. Make sure you're nice and stable, reaching high, right? So from there, I do a lot of movements from down low. You could do what's called an uppercut press. You could do alternating if you wanted, all right? You could do a rear delt raise, like so. That's a really tough move. You can hit the front delt by going here. I call this a ball toss, like tennis, all right? You could punch that, and still front delt. You could turn that over and raise it. All right, and of course you can do a single arm press from here. So let's do a dip. Right? So I've got my heavy hands connected high. I'm going to bend over at about 90 degrees, and I'm going to push down from here. See that? Boom. This is just like a dip in the gym. All right. It's a lot of shoulders too, but it's mostly lower chest, some triceps. All right. If you're connected high and you want to do a press, you can press from the side like this. I love pressing and doing flies from the side because the chest is there to pull the arm across, and just really you can work one pack at a time. Right, bend and push, or you can go straight arm. That's so heavy, it's tough. I can really feel that. Really gets you right here. Okay. Of course, make sure you do both. Okay. This is what this looks like from the middle connection. So you can go straight across, or you can press here without rotating. This is different than this. That brings in the core more. Now my core is just stabilizing. This is more chest. All right. You can even have this grip and push. You can do all three of them. That's tough. This is the hardest one because your arm is straight. If you want to try to do flies with just one connection, here's how this looks. It's not perfect, but it's not that bad. See that? Wraps you up a little bit. Squeeze in the middle. You can also press from here. Usually I take it up a little higher to get it off of my shoulders if I'm going to do this. All right? So, if you want to do a straight bar, you can connect low to high, down low, it's more upper chest. You can connect high, it's more lower chest. Right? Just pressing it out like so. You can do an underhand grip. With this, to me, that's a little bit more the middle of the chest. I call it Superman. This is a really cool exercise that's a little hard to get into. All right? You squeeze your whole posterior chain, bring the bar in, squeeze that back. You're gonna feel this from your neck all the way to your calves. All right? Such a great move. Again, a little hard to get into. If you want to use your straight bar there to do some healing rows, you could do that. All right? Takes your legs out of the equation. A little different feel, under or overhand. Of course, from here, you can do standing rows. Right? Boom. I do these a lot. Butt back, nice flat back, leaning forward just a little bit, even though my back is flat, if that makes sense. Pulling right above my belly button, all right? And there, if you want to do fast rows, this is a great move. You can also do this one arm at a time with the staggered stance, right? Boom, squeeze, squeeze. One of my favorite lat moves is to just do a standing lat pull. To me, this makes more sense than seated, all right? Because your back is connected to your legs, of course, and your glutes are being used to stabilize yourself. This is more of a full body move, but it's more functional, way more functional. All right, you can do underhand, of course, with that as well. Another cool move is a little 90-degree bend. I'm gonna really engage my lats, kind of flare them out here. I'm gonna pull these down one at a time, like so, over and over again. Or I can do them together, right? So here's a really cool belt routine that you can do. In fact, I'm gonna start right here in front. Got one band. I usually use either the blue or black for this to make sure I'm challenged. And all I'm gonna do is do a forward lunge and then reverse lunge. Boom. Forward and reverse. I'm gonna step back just a little bit. Forward and back. See that? I can really feel this in my quad and my glutes back here. Step forward and back. From there, you can do a little vertical work. I usually put my hands here and jump up. You can also keep them up here for lunge. That is really cardio oriented. It's really tough. You run in place here, right? You jump side to side. All this is about 5 feet or less from the wall in a pretty small space. You take it right to the side and do those same moves. Now we're building knee, hip, and ankle stability with this. I'm out of breath, so you didn't take much. I would do 8 to 15 on each leg. Such a good burn. And then you have to be a little careful with this one. A little side jump. Of course, if you have more room, you can add bands so you have more travel. This is for tight spaces. Keep turning it right around. Same moves, right? Jumping. You just do air squats, of course. I say air, but you're connected, so it's not just air. Just like so. Right? Running. Work your way around. I'm zapped already. It's unbelievable. Wall unit. So it's a little bit tough to get into, but you can do it. Go down to a knee and then raise up. Now you're in the squat position. You want this, on your back in a comfortable spot. You want a nice flat back. All right? A nice square stance. I'm gonna squat down and drive it up. Now, if it's too easy, I can scoot back just a little bit. Right? And you have to be careful here because this is trying to pull me forward. So I need to really sit back, chest is up, just like so. I can also do what's called a good morning from here. So I'm gonna bring my feet in a little closer. I'm gonna do a hip hinge, and then raise it back up. So this is targeting my hamstrings, my glutes, my lower back. Keep your legs pretty straight here. You can also do a reverse lunge from here. Step back, and in. Usually I stay at the same foot for 8 to 10, and then I switch it. Pretty tough. So to get out of that, probably the hardest part. Step down, come out. Now if you want to do what's called an RDL, or Romanian deadlift, straight leg deadlift, it looks like this. This is going to engage your lats. You're going to try to keep that bar right next to your legs. You're going to hip hinge again, and then pull back up. Just like so. So I'm feeling this in the back of my arms, my lats, and also my lower back. And hamstrings, of course. So here's what you do. You got our swing outs, right? I hope you guys can see that. Swing it out like so. Another one of my favorites, if I were you, I'd stand right next to the wall to make sure, in case you lose your balance, you can catch yourself, right? But I'm not gonna show that today. I'm not gonna lose my balance. Knee up, feeling this wants to pull me in. This is a tough move. I also like to actually just step, right? All right. So from here, of course, you can do the good old glute kicks. I try to bend over a little bit, see how high I can get them, right? I also do a bend and a press with my foot. Like I'm pressing the wall back there. Boom, right after that. Tilt your feet just a little bit, and then you get glute medius right here. That's a tough one. I'm holding onto the wall for this. Work my way around. Now I'm going to do inner thigh. Crossing it over. Same thing, knee up from here. See that? Then I can also step from here. Then I turn around, knee up from this direction. Take a step back, knee up, flip that toe. Boom, that's a lot of quad, that's super tough. All right, from there, you can go right down to the ground, right? And I can either do some glute kicks from here, knee in, raise it up, or I can bring them in to the side, or I can do a curl.